What up, dude?
Yo, how's it going, Jack?
It's going good, man. Where are you?
I am just ripping down my street on doing my little shred diary thing. Now, I asked Joey if it was okay if I filmed this. I didn't want to
Oh yeah.
pull the double switcheroo on you.
Dude, double switch. Right on, man. What's up with the shred diary?
So I have. Let me pitch you
why are questions about me?
Oh, well, it's not. So it's a conversation. We're talking. It's not. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm fighting the idea of it being an interview because it's not like I'm not like preparing any questions or anything. Just kind of like a
Right.
conversation style. And
Right.
it's not necessarily either about one wheeling. It's kind of just about like life and family and love and all that kind of good stuff. But also one wheel
Wow.
because, I mean, here I am talking to Mr. One. And have you done other people's like YouTube shows, or have you done interviews with other people before? Is this your first
No.
interview?
This is an
This.
exclusive.
Love
This
it.
is an exclusive. And it's an
Love it.
honor.
Dude, thank you, man. I can't believe, yeah, I'm gonna have to rub this in Scott Mendenhall's face and be like, look.
I have talked to Scott before, but it was purely platonic.
Love it. Yeah, I've been
Uh,
sweet talking him, trying to get on his show too by like peer pressuring him and tagging all of his friends to like tell them to let me, like tagging Austin and Neil, and in a post being like, hey Scott, like you should talk to me, and I think it's working. He said he would, but we haven't like sealed the deal yet.
I'll
But
chip in.
oh yeah,
I'll
you
chip
can,
in.
yeah, if you can peer pressure him, that would be cool. But really, that was the goal before any of this. Like this, what we're doing right now is surpassing my wildest dreams. Like being able
Dude,
to.
well, do you know what would surpass my wildest dreams? Joey sent me a clip of you talking about how you used to be a fly fishing guide down in,
Yeah, I was gonna.
uh,
You saw that?
was it down in Mexico?
Yeah, in Punta Allen, it's like a little town south of like Tulum and Cancun,
Yeah.
in the most beautiful part of the world. So you saw that clip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I don't need. Do I need to pitch it to you really hard, or do you want to do
No, you
that?
don't need to at all. Was it bone fishing?
Yes.
What are you catching out there? Bone?
Guess what I caught on my first cast out on a spin rod?
Okay, I have no idea.
Permit, which is like the hardest
No
fish.
way.
People spend millions of dollars, their whole lives trying to fly fish these things, and I was out
Right.
there my second cast out on a spin rod, and I caught a permit.
Wow.
I got, yeah, really
Yeah.
cute picture of me out there.
Send me the photo.
I will.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
So I've only gone saltwater fly fishing really once,
Mm.
and it was in the Bahamas. It was for bones, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of getting used to for me because I'm like a trout guy. So the strip set is like
Okay.
it's like a muscle memory deal that I gotta remember.
Yeah, I mean each fish
Um,
is different. Like each
yeah,
fly is different. It's an art and it's a dance, really.
totally,
Yeah.
totally.
And dude,
But yeah, I
if
was
you're into it,
so
I will
weirded
set
out.
you up. I have homies down there that I still talk to. I worked down at this place for like 2 months over summer, and
Yeah,
they're super cool. A friend of mine that grew up here married a local that worked there, and now they have their own fly fishing resort. And yeah, it's tarpon, uh, permit, barracuda. That okay. One of the coolest times in my life the coolest I've ever felt in my life. That day when I caught the permit, you throw the permit back in the water, but the barracuda is like what. It was like this 9 foot barracuda, and it was like me and these two Mexican fishermen dudes carrying it through town. Like you dock the boat like on the other side. Like they could have docked it close to where we were gonna eat, but they wanted to walk this 9 foot barracuda through town. And
9 foot barracuda.
yeah, so it took three of us like on our shoulders walking it through town. Like
Holy
yeah,
smokes!
like whatever
On
people tell their fish
on a
stories.
spinner or on a flat?
So they oh it was on a he got a it was like a spin rod is what they caught it on, and then they did like a net and some other they like stabbed it in the head. They did
Okay,
like
yeah.
some
That
crazy
sounds like a whole thing.
yeah. And then yeah, we had fried barracuda caviar. Like it had these huge eggs. It was like hush puppies, like spicy, and just the food was amazing. It was a lobster fishing village, right? So I think I said this in the clip, but they have like some government contracts where they sell lobsters through this collective, and you're eating lobster for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's really awesome. It's really good, and it's beautiful, and it's very affordable. And the selling point for the one wheel thing is the road down here to this biosphere. It's like it's a peninsula. You should look it up. The Sion-Con biosphere, and there's these like regulations for it where they can't pave the road. So it makes it so that a lot of tourists don't go down there, and it's like the one part because Cancun and everything is super developed, hotels all over everything, but this is like wild jungle biosphere, and it's a super gnarly road. It's like 2 or 3 miles, but it takes like an hour to drive down because it's so up and down. And I bet we could get the GT down in like 20 minutes, like no problem. Yeah, no problem. Um, and then the other selling point for there is they only have electricity for like a couple hours a day. But that's like when I see everyone charging, and the whole town there's only like a couple hundred people, like 300 people or something that live there, and I'm sure like the whole town would come out. And I love those scenes, the one wheel videos that come out from around the world, and it's like all the kids in the towns that have never seen anything like that riding around like pints and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Totally, yeah. I've
Love
seen
those
a couple
clips.
of those too.
Love those clips.
Okay, well I'm legitimately would be so fired up to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Having beer is prime, but let's just talk about it.
however we need to pitch it. Like, if you're sold, like I'm obviously sold. I'll do this. I'll hook it up. We can pitch it to Laser and Kyle and anybody that wants to do it. It could be a one wheel like group retreat, like a marketing expense, where everybody has to go and. Laser's the boss. He is tough. Is Laser? Is he on social media?
I think he is.
He is, because I see people tagging him and stuff, but I know he's I think it's because he has like some kind of privacy settings or something. And like I would love to be in Laser's DMs, but love it. So also, I guess. So did you want to do? How do you want to do? Do you want to do your thing? Like you said that you guys wanted to talk to me about the trade-in program. Do you want to get your clips now, or we could do? Cool. And how do you get that audio? Like, do you want me to send you a video of this, or do you have a way to? Are you prepared to?
We're gonna record what you say. Right,
cool.
As you're saying it.
How do you do that with audio? I've been having trouble doing that. Is it a special program?
I have this little Joey taped this little microphone right here. Super cheeky.
Hey, so that's like exactly what I'm doing.
Dude, there you go.
Okay, that's how the pros do it. I'm a pro. I figured it out.
It's like the Spider-Man meme. You know, where they're
Pointing.
each other.
Yeah, that happens. That happens a lot with this kind of stuff. I've realized.
Totally. Everyone's doing everything.
Also, can I say? Let me say real quick that I'm loving your hair. This like, it's not even a mullet. It's like a grown out. It's like you've had it for a while. It was originally.
Super uncommon hairstyle, where it kind of peaks out at the bottom, very cheeky, and then it pretends to be normal at the top.
Pretend.
It's pretty weird, honestly.
It's very Cali. I like it. Are you I was wondering, are you from Cali? Are you a Cali transplant?
No, I am from here. Yeah.
From Santa.
I'm from like 45 minutes away.
Okay, whereabout? Or if you don't, if you want, Another thing I was gonna say, like, if you wanted, like, since you are like in the public eye and we're talking about like whatever, if there's stuff that you don't want, like you keep private, that's totally cool, and you don't like, I'll cut it or whatever is fine. Say no.
Okay.
Like, I want to respect all your boundaries, all you guys. I want to like really nurture this relationship and do like do all the good stuff. And so yeah, that's what you get on the Shred Diary. So
Yeah, no, I'm from Northern California, from around Redwood City,
Redwood City.
and
I've been through
yeah,
there. I used to live up
yeah.
in Sebastopol, which is like, do you
Oh
know
yeah.
You know the
Oh,
pool?
Sebastopol is a dope little
Yeah.
zone, huh?
Yeah, we lived up in the pool for a couple years, except there was really bad fires.
Yeah.
We did 3 seasons of getting evacuated, and then my wife was like, you know what, can't can't do this. But I really do love Cali. It's a beautiful, just the most beautiful coastline, and I bet it's an amazing place to grow it. Stop recording. That happens sometimes.
Okay.
But but yeah, that's cool. I love California. You don't necessarily seem like you're a typical California guy. I feel like.
I don't even know. What does that mean? Who knows?
Right.
I think I don't know. Northern California and Southern California are very different. We know that.
Totally.
But yeah, man. Um, you're in North Carolina? You're one of the North Carolina wheelers?
Yeah. So I'm in Chapel Hill. You like basketball, right? Or you like
Oh yeah,
sports?
sure. Yeah,
You're in sports.
sure.
So yeah,
You
Chapel
a
Hill,
big fan?
Michael Jordan.
Sure.
That's the town. It's
How
yeah.
about?
It's a cool town. It's kind of similar to Santa Cruz. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's got college city vibes,
Yeah,
lots of
yeah, yeah.
bars and young people and stuff. But it's also like, uh, you know, it's a nice place.
Is Kay Love there, or is she in a?
She lives really close to me. She lives
Yeah.
in Carborough, which is like,
Okay.
yeah, same thing.
You got tons of wheelers out there,
Yeah, North Carolina's fucking on the map for one wheel this season.
dude. It's like
Are you guys
like
coming to?
all the races, all the events.
Are you guys coming to Oak City or
Probably
Float Life Fest or
something.
something?
Probably.
Awesome. Hey, can we? I want to mention. Can I talk about our meet cute real quick at Float Life Fest?
Oh yeah, of course.
So you had just done like a speech after some like there was like an awards, or they played some video on one of the nights, and then you get off the stage and you're like, at these one wheel festivals there's so many like one wheel celebrities, but you are like the one wheel like mega celebrity, like god.
Wow.
And you get off the
Wow.
stage and there's just like this huge group of people that like swarm you to talk to you about, whatever, just to say hi, shake your hand, get their selfie or whatever. And I was like, I had a goal, and you were up there. I was like, I'm gonna give him a clover. I'm just gonna like, let me get in there and give this guy a clover and shake his hand or whatever. And I remember there was just this huge group of people like waiting to talk to you, and then and you were talking to like other really important celebrity one wheel people like Bart Miller and Greg Well and all these people. And then I like saw my intro, and then I shook your hand and I gave you the clover, and then it was like you connected with me, like you looked me in the eyes and we had a conversation, and it was like nobody else was in the room. And it felt so special because
Oh,
there was like, I could tell there was like 20 people that were, in line, like ready to talk to you. And then I had like your full attention, and then we chatted again the next day and connected a little bit at you guys were at the disc golf thing. And
yeah.
but I'm very like aware too of these events that your time. Oops! I almost landed a really sick trick. But I'm very aware that your time is very divided at these things, and I was just really appreciative of yeah that moment.
Cool.
It
I appreciate that, but
really stoked me out.
I've I've never been gifted a 4-inch clover before in my entire life. I thought that was one of the most incredible things ever.
That was
And
yeah
not only that, but you sent me the clovers
Absolutely.
runs too.
Absolutely.
So,
Good. Did you were able to give those to someone in your life that you like?
oh, dude, the four-leaf clovers are everywhere around here.
Okay, awesome.
They're a staple. They're a mainstay in the office.
So that's also that helps me too. Like every time, if you give them away, it's double the luck. So like,
Yeah.
I give them to you, and then you give them to someone else, and then it's like I got like the quadruple the luck coming back to me. You know,
You're
like
multiplying over
yeah,
there.
like here I'm catching the permit, right?
That's why you got a permit. Your
Exactly.
permit is off the charts.
Right.
Off the charts.
It helps, dude. Yeah, put good shit. This is something I put in my shred diary entry yesterday or 2 days ago. But there was a UNC sports. There was like a basketball game or something. I don't follow sports, but I do notice when there's like thousands of people swarming my downtown. And I was down there, and it was like the shred gods were looking down on me, and I had this. It's like 3 miles of downhill, beautiful like 5-lane traffic bombing it. Like it was just amazing. I love like usually I'm like looking behind my back, and there's like a bunch of cars, and I have to like get back on the sidewalk to like not get injured or run over. But there was like nobody. Everyone was at the game, or like so. It was,
Town was quiet.
yeah, it happens. I love going out like on Christmas or like Thanksgiving when there's nobody downtown, and it feels like a ghost town, and you can really just like shred everything.
Totally.
So
That only happens when you give people four-leaf clovers. That type of luck.
right, I feel like it. And yeah, man, I've been. So I was talking about this earlier before you guys called me, but this is something I've only been doing for a very short amount of time, and figured out like that I could like this is like I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and anybody can do it. And maybe I've told you this before, but like yeah, you just kind of like look down. Like here's a patch of clovers, and you look for a square in. So 3 leaves make a triangle, and 4 leaf makes a square. So it would be really cool for this example if I could find one right now. I don't think I'm going to though. But
funny though. I was looking at a patch of clovers the other day, and I was trying to remember what your guidance was.
okay, that's it.
And I totally forgot it.
So yeah, look for the square.
I'm glad that you reminded me.
They're
Look for the square.
they're very common. They're like in every patch you can find. I find one, and that's like when I go to walk my dog, I look for them. And this morning I got like 8 or 9 of them just on like a.
No way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I threw it up on my YouTube and my Instagram, all documenting my 4-leaf clover journey.
No
And
way.
and Joey is really sweet. He was in my DMs, and in that video that when I was shouting you guys out, he was saying like he wanted to see me like giving clovers to people as like part of an episode, and I'm gonna shoot that for him someday soon. I think like later this week I was gonna go and try and do that.
Dude,
That's
awesome.
be fun.
Joey is the sweetest.
He's so sweet. All you guys. So I'm curious. Are you guys all just like best friends, hanging out, all working and hanging out all the time? The whole marketing department and the pro team and.
To be honest, we kind of do. Yeah, I would consider them friends almost first, colleagues almost second at this point.
Right. And are you working like you're working all the time? Like
Just mostly 5 days a week, unless we do some events.
Okay.
Then we'll work on the weekend too.
Okay.
But
One wheel is your
I
life.
think we work a fairly normal amount, honestly.
What a good work. So it's not even that. I was thinking like you guys have the coolest job, like it's so awesome. Maybe you're like overworked or something, but no, it sounds like you got a great work life balance, and you're out there working with your best friends and.
It's like it's not like a big company where it's like there's a lot of structure. It's like
Right.
there's all the people basically that are behind Onewheel, and so everything that we do, we do. So there are definitely some times where we do have a lot of work.
Like all the time. You guys are. I mean, as an outsider looking in, who is I mean, I'm obsessed with all things Onewheel. I'm trying to get all the content I can, and you guys are pumping out. It seems like you guys are working a lot. There's a lot. It seems like you guys have a ton of elves that are just like pumping out amazing content and amazing products, and you're testing awesome everything, taking out. Just you guys are kicking ass. You guys don't get enough credit.
We've done a lot in this last year, or even maybe more. So I think we kind of ramped it up, honestly.
So yeah, that's what it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to believe that. Yeah, you guys.
We definitely we work pretty hard.
You have fun.
We get to have so much fun too. We get to do all kinds of fun stuff.
It doesn't feel like hard work because you're having fun.
Yeah, totally. For the most part, I would say that's super accurate.
Can I pitch you another marketing idea?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. So are you? I'm not sure if you're old enough. Do you remember the Real World, that show on MTV?
Sure. Yeah,
So Real World Santa Cruz, pro teams all living together, and it's like, like Neil Bennett's like complaining about Bodie's hair in the shower drain, and he's partying out late, coming and bringing girls in, and Mercedes is like, "What's this about?" I don't know. I thought that would be a fun idea.
No, I think that's accurate. Bodie would be the source of most of the problems.
Don't tell I said that. That's not what I said. Oh my god, I love Bodie.
Dude, that's pretty funny.
I like that idea. I have another marketing idea I'll throw to you. I mean, the best one is this this Tulum fishing trip. Is the best one.
That is the best one.
But I really like the idea of doing kind of like a choreographed dance, like music video, like kind of like choreographed like swimmers from like FP, like a drone above shot of everybody, doing some kind of, I don't know, like get like a choreographer to actually like, plan it. And that was.
100%. We had a jingle that we made for which we never released, but we should come out with because it's so funny. And we talked about doing a coordinated dance with that. So maybe
like a Onewheel dance.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Love it. Okay, same page. As long as that, I'm just trying to get these like on your radar. I feel like it'd be really cool. And then, so my other big idea that I was thinking about is, I was just watching this video, Powell Peralta, The Search for Animal Chin. It's like this old Bones Brigade thing, and they're like, it's just amazing the similarities between like skating and one-wheeling, and it's like back in the inception, like back in the, I think it was filmed in like 85 or something, or like late 80, and I was watching it and thinking that it would be a really cool one-wheel remake, like with the factory team, and it's because it's starring like Tony Hawk and Steve Caballero, and like just kind of like this big crew of one-wheelers is the idea. And then like watching like back then what it did, and like me growing up watching like skate videos like on VHS or whatever, you would watch these videos and get super stoked up to go ride. You would imagine that you are Tony Hawk or Bodie Harrison hitting these lines, and you'd watch it like every day. And then and that is just like one of the more like artsy fun films that would be like really easy to like mock or spoof, or not even spoof, just like recreate like line for line, but just like changing like skateboard to one wheel or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We thought about that a little bit. I have a friend who's a director who's like really into those classic skate videos as references, and that's definitely something that we'd like to do some more of. We gotta figure out our next big.
Well, I love it. I can tell you're honestly like accepting that, and it's marinate. Just let it marinate. I think it could be really cool. Love it.
100%.
There's one character in that movie that is totally cast for me. He's like going around saying, I like say the same stuff in my shred diary, like, check, I know where all the curbs are and all the ditches. Come see the best curbs and ditches in Santa Cruz or whatever. So that's me.
Maybe you need to be in it.
Oh, yeah, I do need to be in it. Yeah, that was, I mean, my original plan was that I would just do it, but I'm not as like good at doing stuff as like you guys would be.
You could direct it.
Yeah, I mean, who would direct? I was thinking like who would direct it? Like I feel like the stars, like Yeah, maybe like Kyle is Chin. He's the guy that they're looking for, or
Right.
I don't know. It could be really
That's
good.
actually that's actually
Yeah, Kyle could be Chin.
pretty good. Yeah, we put up posters all over the place.
I mean, it could be really good.
Dude, it could be good.
I love
Especially if we're looking at
all of your marketing stuff. I feel like hits. I mean, I feel like I'm the target demographic for everything, but I love it. I'm loving you guys how you have like the most uh, badass jobs, and you're putting out like really cool content. You're working really hard. I wanted to ask you guys about the haters, and you know, you put out this video with the troll. Sorry if you can't hear me. There's a big car.
oh yeah.
So you put out this video with the troll, and I love that.
Yeah.
That must have given you guys a lot of power, I feel like. And I have people doing that too. That it's just like they get in my shit and they tell me they hate my music and the 360 camera makes them dizzy and selfie sticks are for idiots. And I'm trying to like take some of that power back. So I've been going into their DMs and making them my friends, which is
Oh,
really
that's fun.
funny. And also kind of doing that for Onewheel people, because I feel like a lot of these issues, like they're just like repeating stuff that they heard. They haven't like really thought about it like completely or the whole story. And then I don't know. I've just kind of made it my mission lately to get these haters and turn them into my friends.
Well, I think there's like a bunch of interesting macro level dynamics that are happening in this world right now, right?
Right.
And that's that with the advent of social media and the internet, you know, in some ways we're more connected, but in other ways we get more siloed too, right? And we see that with politics for sure, right? Where we get into little echo chambers and people like almost there's an element of like extremism, right? Where when you are only listening to the same ideas, you know, in your bubble, people work each other themselves and each other, you know, sort of like up more and I don't know. I see that in all facets of society today. You know, and I
Right.
think it's like a little bit. I don't know. I think that
Wow.
it can come at the expense of free thought, right? Independent thought, right? If you're only listening to one news outlet, obviously it has an influence on what you think, and if you only associate with people online that also think that, you can get each other all riled up. And sometimes I get a little chuckle out of reading some of the things in some of the corners of the internet where it's like just the conspiracy theory, the level of conspiracy theory is like so almost incredible that I just have to find some joy and
Right.
some comedy in it, you know.
Well, that
But
was you
you know, I
put.
think there's also the reality is that, you know, most people, you know, if all you do is read these comments in certain parts of the internet, you can think that literally everybody feels this way, right? But the reality is that the vast majority of people that own a Onewheel are out there riding, having a great time, and not talking about it on the internet.
Right.
Like we're dealing with the 1% or 2% of one-wheel riders. You know, that all they want to do is talk about their Onewheel, or the politics surrounding Onewheels, or
Right.
whatever, right? It's a really small minority of people, and so I think that's also good context and perspective to have as well. That I think is important for us, because at the end of the day, like, you know, what Onewheel is the product that gets people outside, connects people with the world, connects people with each other, gives people a big smile. Like, we have to be reminded that what we're doing is like really awesome. It's not just like we're, you know, selling some sort of widget, right? And I think something that a lot of people don't understand is that it's really hard to have a relatively small business, like, and keep it going and make, you know, lots of difficult decisions all the time. but you do the best you can, and you you remember that there's like tons of positivity that comes of it, tons of people like yourself that are having an epic time and really enjoying it, and it's changing their lives in positive ways. And so when you look at it like that, then you're not so stressed about the people that are complaining about ORL rules and regulations or some policy that doesn't, suit them perfectly well, or this, that, or the other thing. So,
man, you said that so eloquently and beautifully.
Dude,
you're so well spoken.
Thanks, man.
That whole thing about that's like what I feel and think, and I agree with you, but I wouldn't have said it nearly as eloquently. And that was really that was good. I appreciate you're so good at everything I love everything you guys do. All of the decisions. I feel like it's for our best interest. There are rules, like it'll say like don't put the baby in the bucket, like on the side of the bucket, because some idiot will do that. And Onewheel needs warnings like that. Like pushback is for like a reason. Like you guys weren't like, hey, we love pushback.
No. Well, actually, I've ridden Onewheels without pushback, and you do need pushback.
Yeah, you do. I
actually do love pushback.
All right. Here, I got one for you. All right.
I love pushback stickers.
Do you see?
Oh, for the Clover?
Do you see? It's not. It's more than that. Do you see it?
No, I can't really. It's kind of pixelated.
It's a really good one. I'll get it for you. I'm just gonna put this here so it's not like there's no. I'm not like dropping a 4-leaf clover out of my pocket. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dude, what? Snagged live.
Pretty good, right?
What great fortune that is.
You were talking and I was like listening to you, but I was also looking down and being like, oh man, it'll be so fucking cool if I can find one right now.
Dude.
Love it. High five. Yeah, dude, this one's actually really special. It's got like a cool one thing in the. Let me see if I can show you this. Like a little guy in the middle.
Dang.
Right.
That's a 5. That's a 4.5.
You're getting it laminated, sent out to the office. That's yours, for sure.
Heck
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, or I could eat it. That's also really good luck when you find them, if you eat them.
Really?
If you don't want it, usually it's gonna be kind of hard for me to transport this back home, right? So sometimes if I'm in a situation like this, I'll just go, all right, fuck it, I'll eat it, or I give it. That's another thing I'll do. I the first person I see, this, I would give it to someone.
Give it to someone.
No, I want to give this to you. I already said I was giving this to you, so it'd be extra bad, weird juju if I didn't. But.
Okay, well, hey, let me ask you about your trade-in program.
Okay, let me do a really good job of this for you. That's what I was setting. And thank you for doing my thing first. And then we can be done, too. You guys can go have your breakfast or whatever. But let's do, keep talking and thinking about how we can make this trip happen. I tagged, in that video, I linked all of the stuff, but I can send it to you as well. The information about the fly fishing place.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, that's I manifested every time I complete a goal, having you on this is beyond my wildest goal. So my next goal is to make that fishing trip happen. And
dude,
let's keep thinking about it.
That sounds way more fun than this.
No, I mean,
that sounds great.
It's crazy. I started doing this thing 2 months ago, right? And I had this goal of getting Kyle Hansen on the show, because he's one of my biggest Onewheel crushes. And he messaged me yesterday saying he saw me talking to somebody on Instagram, and he was thinking he wanted to do that with me, and that I had messaged him to do it, and he was like, oh, it's destiny that we do this. And I get that message from him, and then Joey messages me and says that you guys want to do this. And I feel like everything's popping off. This is the year for good people.
Dude.
Good shit's gonna happen. We're gonna go to Mexico, and we're gonna catch you a permit. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, well, we're gonna do that on an S series potentially.
Yes.
Tell me. So, why did you decide? What about the training program? Were you okay? Yeah, I'm in. That's good. I'm doing that.
Okay, so
what did you trade in? What did you trade in?
I am a Onewheel enthusiast. I have every model of Onewheel. I started doing this, 3 years ago, and have been collecting them. I just got a pint for my son, who's 2 years old, for whenever he's ready. Just sitting in the corner. I like looking at them. I had 3 GTs that I had like one as a backup board, and then one that had an issue that I needed to fix, but I still needed to keep riding. So the one with the issue, sending to you guys was a no-brainer. And then I'm like looking at the corner, and I have a lot of boards in my corner. And then I talked to the dude at the Parks and Rec, and I'm about to do like a summer camp. Like I'm like talking to him about getting an LLC and running like a Onewheel class, because I have so many Onewheels that I don't know what to do with them. I'm not going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, so like I better start a class or start having more kids or something to like make sense of these. And then you guys came out with the trade-in program, which totally solved that whole issue for me. And my favorite thing in the world is the Onewheel GTS. And the only if you like look at any of the reviews, you'd be surprised, or maybe you know this, but like the only thing that people can complain about is the range, right? You take a hit in the range. But the hack for that is getting another GTS. So while this one charges, I can ride the other one, and I can be riding all day. You get the hypercharger, you get the second GTS on trade-in, and I'm going to be unstoppable. That's how I'm going to win Race for the Rail, is I'm just going to be riding nonstop more than Austin Silva and Neil Bennett, all those guys. And because this thing's got the power, even though I'm like a heavier dude, I'm a Clydesdale, I think I might go pro this year, because this levels the playing field. Like all of those guys, like they're lighter dudes, and you know this. You're like you're a Clydesdale, sneaky Clydesdale.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to be hitting these little bumps and whatever. They're going to be flying. If we're like bigger, we're going to be staying on top of our boards. We're going to be staying on the board, and I don't know. This might be my year to go pro. We'll see. I haven't decided.
So what did you trade in exactly?
I traded in 1XR and 2 GTs.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so that got you pretty darn close, if not there, eh?
I haven't done the full math, but it's definitely making it worthwhile. One thing, people talk about the expenses and Onewheel and the cost, and there's plenty of ways to justify this, thinking about like whatever other hobbies like snowboarding and lift tickets and season passes. It all adds up. It's even like surfing, which is free at most places. You still have to travel to surf. And Onewheel, the price it's a one-time fee. And with this, for me, like, this is everything. I get on this thing, and I don't need to do any other board sport, anything else. I don't skateboard or snowboard or anything once I've had this. And then I had a really good point, but I think I forgot it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was trying to be all.
You traded 2 GTs in 1XR, and you packaged them up, took them to your shipping place. Was the process pretty easy? Tell me about the process for people that are thinking about doing it.
So it was super easy for me. I saved all of my original boxes in like the back of my shed. Not necessarily for this reason, but it definitely made it easier, because I just threw them right back in the original boxes. I put a little note in there. I wrote on the controller, like, thank you guys for all you do. So when they take off the foot pad, they'll see that. And then, went down to the UPS store. The lady was very helpful. She gave me a dolly, so I went out to my car, loaded them all up, rolled them in, no problem. You guys provided the shipping labels, so I printed that out, slapped them on, no problem. That was all really easy. And then so I looked at the shipping, and it gets there today, and then I should get an email that will give me a code. And then I looked online, and since I'm combining boards, I have to go on the dashboard, enter those codes, and then they give me a master code, and then I put that into the discount line at checkout to get my big deal.
Ooh.
So I'm super stoked out.
For you?
As soon as I get those codes, I'm pulling the trigger. And I know that like people are waiting. Like it comes out on they've got a couple more days until March 8th. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take all your boards to the UPS store and do it. What are you waiting for? Come ride GTS. You're gonna have an amazing time.
Dude, 100%. People can buy.
Yeah, that's like why I got the pint. It's been really helping the market for used boards too, like inadvertently. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a used pint that had 60 miles for $400,
Wow.
and it's
Deal.
I'm leaving it at 50% battery, and I'm not like riding it all the time, but it's gonna be as soon
Yeah.
as my son is ready. I think it'll be like maybe like another. He has to like really be able to like follow instructions. Maybe like 3 or 4. I got him like all his helmets and pads and everything. He's gonna be out there ripping. That's the dream.
Dang.
And then I remembered what
Think.
I was gonna say earlier about that before I blanked out. And this is a good clip too, I think. And I think this is about good, just like life decisions in general. When you're faced with a financial decision of buying something like a toy or something that's expensive, like Onewheel, it's kind of like a toy, you know, or you don't
Yeah.
need it, you want it, something that you want or don't
Yeah.
want. What I imagine is I'm at a crossroads, a fork in the road, and there's a wizard. And the wizard is holding two things. He's holding, in one hand, he's holding the thing that I want, and in the other hand, he's holding a pile of cash for how much the thing costs. And if I want the thing, I buy it. But if I want the cash more than I want the thing, then I don't buy it. And with Onewheel,
Uh,
the decision is obvious. Like even if this cost $1,000 more, the answer would be yes. I need it. I want it, and I'm getting it.
and
That's
in
what I
this
do.
case, the wizard was holding one XR, two
Hmm.
GTs in one hand, and in the other hand, a GTS series.
Boom.
Boom. Heck yeah, man. Well, thanks for the rundown, and
Dude,
thanks
thank
for
you.
the conversation too.
Dude, thank you. Are you gonna watch this? Are you gonna watch?
Yeah.
I'm curious, like if people that like do stuff like this, are they watching like I don't think I would like Scott Mendenhall shows is like it's like 2 hours or something. If that was me talking,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't watch that. I feel like I was there. I don't need to watch it. But
True.
you should
Okay.
watch this.
Yeah. You're talking me out of it. Never mind. I'm not watching it.
But no, I give you a really good introduction, and then after this, I'm gonna say really nice stuff about you. And editor Max, I'm gonna be plugging whatever. Is there any other thing like in your life that you want to promote or talk about? Do you have is there anything that you want my advice on? That was another thing I was thinking about doing in the show, like asking people um, if there was anything that they wanted to talk about, like that I could help you with.
Any other things that I'd like to promote? No. I'd just like to promote fun having.
Fun having.
Having a good time. I think I'm a really positive person, and I think that's helpful for me, and so I'd promote that generally to others as well, and
Mhm.
you know, what's that? What? Oh, and promote you.
And promote me.
But it's your show, so I don't know. Joey said I should promote you, but it's your show, so I don't know if it needs promoting.
No, this is
Sorry to
it. You
captive
did it.
audience there.
No, dude,
But
this is so much support. This is amazing. Thank you.
yeah, heck yeah, man.
Dude,
I'm
thank you
so
so
glad
much.
to do that.
You have my number. We can also like talk not on camera sometimes if you
Yeah,
want to. I would love
yeah.
that.
Let's figure out a fishing trip. I would absolutely love that.
Hell yeah, dude. Well,
Okay,
I am on someone else's porch right now, so I need to turn around.
perfect. Get on out of there.
All right. Dude, thank you so much.
Thanks, dog.
All right, and yeah, look in the
You
mail.
too,
I'm going
man.
to send you this thing in the mail. This clover.
Okay, have fun on that new board.
All right, I will. Thank you, bro.
You.
You. Man, that was cool as fuck. All right, so apparently it wasn't going through the bump box pager the whole time, so I did kind of fuck that up, right? I was like, oh man, but hopefully you can hear it because the mic is so good, and I was kind of holding it close. But wow, that was cool. I think that went well. There's also like this pressure for it to go good, right? Like I It has to be really good. It's his first interview. Scott Mendenhall couldn't even do this. I'm the new Scott Mendenhall. What's happening? Where am I going right now? Ugh. Man, okay. And now I get hit by a car. All right. Okay, well, I'm gonna process that whole thing. Man, I'm super stoked on that. Put this in my pocket for Jack. Oops. How am I gonna preserve? Now it's like pressure not to fuck this up. This is Jack's special clover. Okay, got him. All right. Super stoked on that. I hope it sounds good. I wonder when it stopped coming through the Bluetooth. And why did that happen? But whatever, it is what it is. And yeah, I'm just happy that happened. That felt good. And I feel really good. So I'm just gonna ride this high all the way home. And yeah, thank you, Jack. Go to onewheel.com, buy Onewheel. He didn't say that. I'm saying it. It's really fun. You'll have a really good time. If you have some Onewheels that you don't want to go on Facebook Marketplace, and this is another thing I should have said in the actual interview with him, but like I put some of those on Facebook Marketplace, and I was dealing with people. They were wasting my time. I don't have a lot of time, and I had this one guy who like came over to buy the GT, but then he ended up just like riding the Pint, and then didn't buy anything, and then said he was shopping around, and then like decided to buy a Pint X. So it's like he just wasted my time and tried to just for riding, and it was lame as hell. So there's that. And I messed up my cool in the moment wizard story. I think because I was like trying to hit this curb and talk at the same time. Multitasking is hard. So yeah, pretty proud of myself for doing that. That was really cool. Love it. All right, stay tuned for me and Jack's fishing trip.